The gentleman from Louisiana is recognized.
I thank the gentleman from Indiana for yielding. And, Madam Speaker, I rise in support of this bill dealing with professional education. But I just arrived from New Orleans and landed in D.C. a little while ago. And I'm angry. The people back in my state are very angry right now about what's happening in the Gulf of Mexico. We've got a crisis right now that's probably the largest environmental disaster in this nation's history, and we're not getting the adequate response we need from this federal government. Now, our governor over 2 weeks ago has been asking for the federal government to approve a barrier plan to actually protect our marsh from the oil, and we're not getting an answer from the federal government. All we're getting is excuses. We've got letters from the Corps of Engineers and others that are saying they need to do studies. They need to look at the environmental impact. Well, the environmental impact is right there in our marsh. Here's a dead pelican from just the other day. We've got oil coming up into our marshes in globs, thick globs, every single day, and we don't have 1 ounce of action from the President. Now, the law is very clear. Oil Pollution Act says the President shall ensure effective and immediate removal of discharge. And he's just pointing fingers at everybody. We know BP's responsible for this. And, Madam Speaker, I understand we're talking about veterans issues, but right now we're talking about the livelihood of the people of the Gulf Coast right now, whose livelihood right now is threatened. And all we're asking is the President to fulfill his duties under the law, which he is not doing. We don't need a finger pointer in chief. We need somebody who's going to step up to the plate and actually follow the law and take charge of this and stop not only the oil from flowing, but let our local leaders do what they said they need to do, and they've gotten no response from the White House. They're not getting the help they need. The President's paid a lot of lip service. But we've got oil coming into our marsh every day now for days. It's been going on for a month now. And all we see is ceding of power to BP. We know they're going to pay the cost. But the President, under the law, is responsible for actually taking charge. We need a quarterback on the field like the law says the President's supposed to be. He's not supposed to be the commentator in the booth. And so all we're doing is saying we're tired of the excuses, Mr. President. It's time to live up to your obligation under the law. Help us protect our marsh. If you don't have a plan, we do, but you're not letting us implement our plan. Get out of our way and approve our plan. Otherwise, you come up with your own. But this is inexcusable. And I yield back.
I'd like to reclaim my time.
The gentleman from Indiana.
I want to thank the